Well, I'm not sure if you can see the strings, but we've got the 4 posts. The spikes are in the ground. The 4x4s that I salvaged from the other bridge are in. And believe it or not, over 43.5 feet of length, I'm off by exactly 1/2 of an inch. I think that's pretty good, and that's just because the root got in the way. But it's 43.4 inches, or 43.4 inches long from one end of the post to the other. A little bit shorter than our walking bridge, not by much, but cleaned it out pretty good. It is absolutely perfectly level. The ground spikes are really in there tight, so it should be pretty good. I'm going to walk down and show you what I did at the pond level, at the Charlie Creek level. Took the Sawzall, took a rake, and started hacking. And you will see, you can see the strings. They're not level with each other, obviously. They're just there for measurement. But here is, just tripped down the string. Here is the cleaned out version that you can now see. I tilled it as much as I could, but I still had problems with the little tiller. I'll figure that out later. But I stopped right there, right at that palm, like I said I would. I'll walk over there. This is in the sun, actually. And I'll turn around. You can see Charlie Creek. It's about the same, maybe even a little bit lower level. In fact, I know it's a little bit lower because that log straight across there was a little bit more exposed. But anyhow, what I did was I went down to those 3 trees that are on the right. That's pretty much as far as you can go because you just pretty much drop off there. And I cleared out everything, got rid of all the devil vines as much as I could. Chopped them down below ground level, got rid of them. Went to that palm line right there. And I don't know about you, but I can do it right in the middle of the frame right there. It kind of screams for another platform like we have at the orchard area. That would be 4 spikes. And the wood, you know, exactly a little bit different than I did there. You'd need the 4 spikes because you got to make it even. But I'll leave that up to you if you want to do that. Fine and dandy. You can actually put a hammock, is it, or hassock? Hammock between those 2 trees, or a hammock between those 2 trees, or 2 chairs right there, because that's actually pretty flat right there. But from that point on, it drops off. And you can see right there is where the walkway will end. And yes, they are 2 different heights, but the walkway boards will be right at the ground level. Both spikes are absolutely level with each other, so that's how I'm going to do it. But you know, if you wanted to do that, I would suggest putting one, probably an 8x8 platform you could fit in here. It would be nice and level and get you off the ground and overlook. I'll show you what you would overlook. You would be looking at that scenario, which is not too bad. So there you go, big old white something or other bird came flying by, didn't like me, so he took off. But so far so good. Sweat a little bit, but luckily there's no sun. Yay! And it's really quiet here, I mean very quiet. And then I'll zip back here. And now you can see right there, again, the top of the spikes in the ground are perfectly level. So that's where the bottom of the joists will rest, right there. And there's plenty of room. I need 2x8s, and they're 7.5 inches long, or yeah, wide. And you can see, nice perspective, goes perfectly straight, 2 feet between each post on the inside, 2 feet exactly. And by the time I got done, I was only off by 1/2 of 1 inch, which is pretty cool. Bye.